This video is sponsored by Sugo Toys, an excellent store that locates in New South Wales. This store is very big and comes with a lot of options. Not only they have Gunplers, Robot Damacy, and Metal Build. If you're after something like hot toys, they got it too. A lot of choices again. Even action figures and huge statue are included too. Whether you are a Gunpler fan or not, there's always a category waiting for you. Go to sugotoys.com.au, visit their Facebook and IG at Sugo Toys to check out more stuff and updates. Make sure to join their Facebook group as the updates and forums are there too. Hey guys, welcome back to Zong's channel. Happy New Year. Time to clean up my old videos. Anyways, today is the FM Calamity. I know I'm extremely late and I already have FM Radar to go with Calamity. I once owned a XG Calamity and I have to say, when I was a kid, I didn't like it very much. Calamity is pretty cool in the anime, but when it comes to the model, it looks short and just lost the feeling of coolness. When I first looked at the CG images of the FM Calamity, I liked it very much because it finally looks like the Calamity in the anime and not some short version of it. I bought the L Calamity too, but what I'm hoping for is Sword Calamity more than this random L Calamity. But we all know the drill. Sword Calamity's appearance is a matter of time. Previously, if you watched some of the XP update videos, you know FM Forbidden is coming soon, but we just don't know when. Alright, before we unbox it, let's just take a quick look at the side information. With no doubt, FM looks really similar to RE, which they are just low-budget MG. The process won't be as complicated as MG, so for the build, it's not that long like MG. What I'm concerned more is Calamity is mostly dark color. The num marks will make it look bad if Bandai decided to be lazy and use thick connections. From what I'm looking now, the separation is very detailed. I have really good expectation when I see this. Also, the weapons on Calamity are very heavy. The strength of the joint is another concern for me, because I don't really like a Gunpler is constantly falling back or leaning front. Now, all my questions are gonna be answered after I put the parts together, so I'll see you in the review. Hey guys, welcome back to the FM Calamity review. So this is the finishing of it. FM Calamity is good overall, but if you ask me about is it good enough without criticism, no. The Gunpla appearance is good and pretty much modern MG standards, but structure-wise it's very weird. I'll expand it when I introduce the specific joints, but I feel like despite the structure and appearance are both balanced well. You won't like to move Calamity when it comes to posing. It just doesn't feel that good. You're most likely to make it stand more than displaying with a pose. You know the rules, the problems will show itself when I'm playing with the Gunpla. So, let's do it. One of my concerns is the num marks. It can be avoided, but this time it's performed quite good. It's not right on those obvious spots. As long as no one takes a closer look, it's acceptable and good enough. The most noticeable nums are either on the head, backpack, or the vise, but usually you won't see it clearly unless you focus on those specific spots. Since this is a regular release, the decals are stickers. Usually I prefer stickers more than water slides, but this time it's quite bad. A lot of markings are required to stick on the curved surface, so you get these air bubbles. Personally, if you're looking for a perfect marking, you really should use water slides. As usual, we are always starting from the head. I really like this FM version head. The scale is balanced very well. The design gave you a feeling of villain and evil. The eyes are also sharper and just add that extra cool on the Calamity's head. The side of the head have some vents that needs your repaint, but a Panaline liquid does the job. Although the neck is an individual joint, but the articulation isn't that good because the head armor is quite big. The surrounding parts are quite large too, so that's pretty much why the movements are limited. Moving on to the chest. The chest contains 5 layers: dark green, clay blue, dark gray, orange, and red for the energy cannon. The thing that I admire more is that there's net-like details under the cannon. The internal detail is just gold for me, but you know it's said that this is not an MG, otherwise there's an open cockpit and the pilot sitting in the Calamity. As for the articulations, moving front and back is okay, side to side is a little bit, but you won't really need it. Horizontal turn is limited because the skirt armor got in the way. The shoulders of Calamity are long and big. There's a lot of dots on them, which in my opinion, I don't really like them. There are a few parts that have movements, such as the armor in front of the top arms joint and the thruster hanging on the edge. This thruster movement is alright, but it's so easy to fall off, and I would suggest to super glue it. Just like the usual standard, the shoulder has a joint to move itself. Let's test the articulations. 360 is easy to achieve. Lifting is 90, very impressive considering the shoulders are very big. There's an extra joint in the chest. You can pull the joint out to make the arms lift better. The whole front and back joints movement is amazing. Wide angle, which means the arms posing is more flexible. The whole arm can rotate 180. There's a piece on the top of the arms that will stop the full rotation. But what I dislike more is that sometimes when you adjust the arm's position, the whole arm just falls off. This is a huge design problem. As for the bending, the whole arm can easily touch the shoulder. No problem at all. The hand option is only one. The only option you got is right trigger hand. The waist of Calamity is quite simple. Not many undergates and all solid color. As for the articulations, it's all ball joint at the end with a C-shaped joint clipped onto the front skirt. Movement is okay, but be careful about the C-shaped joint. Side skirt is a ball joint. You can move it in all directions with a limitation. Back skirt is one piece which will be moved together. A special detail under the skirt armor is other than the internal color. You can see it has some panel lines to enhance the finish. At the middle of the waist is my most hated joint again, the swing joint. I honestly don't find this joint is a good design, as you often accidentally move this joint along with the legs. The joint design doesn't help much except front kick, which is over 90. Side kick is a 90, which is very surprising for a ball joint side skirt. Back kick is below 90, but it's good enough. The bending is not a complete U-shape. It's not the best, but let's do a little experiment. As you can see on the screen, kneel down is not a problem at all. There's a vernier piece at the back of the legs. It has a bit of movement, but you have a high chance that you won't use it. For the feet and ankles, there's a small armor that you can move. Moving front and back is standard. The tip of the foot has an extra joint for a better landing during kneel pose. Side to side is a little bit, but it's enough for some ground battle poses. Rotation is 45 and is a decent total articulation. The backpack is very simple. Without the cannons, you'll see 3 thrusters. The side ones can't move, but the middle one can move. As for the cannons, they are obviously long, and without the decals, I honestly feel like they are quite bland. Same as the chest, the muzzle is separated nicely. The red at the muzzle wall and the actual barrel with the gray color. The base joint provided excellent angles for the cannons. You can swing them around for more than 90 degrees. Calamity's weapons are half and half. Half is on the body and half is handheld. The first handheld weapon is Toast Block. I always feel like Calamity's bazooka is a huge bug. It looks like it has infinite ammo and just never ran out of shots. Anyway, the bazooka's handle is the only part that you can move. Not even the scope has articulation. The shield is very big. It's also one of the offensive options on the Calamity. The front of the shield has two ram cannons. They got their own joint and can move up to 90 degrees. The back of the shield has a sliding handle for Calamity to adjust the axes of the shield. You normally won't choose to hold the shield as it's inconvenient and easy to fall off. For myself, I would choose a logical choice. Just push it into the back of the forearm. You don't need to make your life harder. This is the end of the review. FM Calamity is truly made to fit the current trend, which is simplifying the MG structure and make the build become easier. Whether you believe it or not, but I do feel like Bandai is slowly moving towards FM and other new lines in the 1 to 100 scale areas. In my opinion, they are trying to simplify MG structure. Calamity is like a low budget MG for me, but if you look at the price, it doesn't look like low budget. Now, the goal and situation of FM does feel weird as they maintained a similar price of MG, but took away half of the MG's features. Well, why don't you just release it as an MG in the first place? It does feel like FM is the same place as RE100, but RE is dead and FM will be the new solution. I do hope they will do more than Seed. Give the justice to the MS that are forgotten and left out by time. Once again, FM Calamity is another example of whether a MS is famous or not. Bandai have the text to make it good. They just refuse to use it on non-popular MS. Structure-wise, I think Sword Calamity is definitely good and enough. L Calamity will probably overpower the frame as the backpack is heavy. Thank you Sugo Toys for this amazing FM Calamity. Make sure to follow their Facebook and Instagram. Their shop link is in the description. Make sure you check them out. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell next to it. My Discord is in the description. See you next time. Goodbye.